August the 28th, and I am here on campus. Going around the back side of the building. I'm going to walk over and take Amber's camera to her husband. I was going to drive over there, and I thought, well, I've got plenty of time. Let me just walk over there and get my walking in for this morning. So I'm headed over there, and then I have lab. So I've got my Gremlin shirt on today. I usually dress a little more casually on lab days because sometimes I have to crawl under tables or stand on top of things to get the lab equipment working right. So got to be prepared for any eventuality. I walked over to meet my friend, and I walked by our newish College of Business building with the sun shining on it here. Sometimes really tall things like this kind of creep me out, and I don't know what it is about these pillars. There's something about them that are kind of creeping me out. I've had this happen a couple of other times. I don't know if it's their proportion or what, but it just kind of, there's something about the way they look kind of wigs me out a little bit. Got pretty marigolds planted out here though. Pretty roses. So, I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. I've had this happen other times with like really super tall trees. If I kind of felt like were overwhelming me, maybe that's what it is, I don't know. Well, I'm done with my first two labs for the day, my college physics class labs, and then I have a break until about an hour and a half break or so until university physics labs, and it runs until 5:45 tonight. And then I may be doing an interview about the event this weekend at the Escape Ranch tonight, so I don't know if I will be on that or not. The organizer had asked me if I would be available, and I said that I would be happy to be. She just needed to let me know one way or the other, so hopefully I'll hear something. Anyway, I've got my lunch heated up here. I've got some stir fry and rice, and so I'm going to eat my lunch, and I'll probably take another quick walk around campus, kind of wake myself up for the afternoon. These Tuesdays get long, and I feel bad because it's not like my job is that physically taxing. It's really not. My introvert self has a hard time being on, and of course the first labs you always have a little bit of growing pains with the lab because they're getting used to the setups or remembering the setups, and then inevitably, you know, some things don't always work quite like they should because the equipment gets used a lot and it doesn't always get treated well by the students, so, or by the people putting it up sometimes. But anyway, so I'm going to eat my lunch and take a little stroll around campus and then come back and teach another lab.
You want to do it? Okay.
It's really hard to get that. Somewhere around 20.
What was that?
What was that peak?
So these are topics that I put up for my students, things that I read about this week. And they have to do fireside chats on Friday, which are little short topics. So these are just some interesting things that I read about or heard about on a podcast that I read, or I got on Wikipedia and went down one of the many rabbit holes that you can go down on Wikipedia. And so I put these up for the students to look at. Yay, the lawnmowing guy came, so that means the bunnies get grass clippings. Yay. You enjoying those? Yeah. Baby bunny is getting some grass clippings. Yeah. Yay, the lawnmowing guy came, so that means the bunnies get grass clippings. Yay. You enjoying those? Yeah. Baby bunny is getting some grass clippings. Yeah. Hi, Charlie. Are you a good girl? Yes, you're a good girl. Yes, you're a good girl. What a good girl. You sweet girl. Well, I've reached the end of my day here, and I fed and watered, and probably not going to do a whole lot else. I've got to take a shower and wash my hair and everything, but I've got my lunch ready for tomorrow and got my riding boots in the car because tomorrow is adult riding day at the barn. But frankly, I'm probably just gonna watch some Netflix and call it a night. Yeah, it was a good day. I'm feeling very optimistic about my university physics class. They seemed to be a good group, and they were paying attention to detail, which is good. And, you know, they seemed to be interested in the topics that I had written on the board, and they took good notes on their lab, so that was exciting. Smiley, no, you can't have those. So, yeah, it was a great day. It made me feel really good about things. Don't have a lot else to say. I was looking at some of Shirley's cancer kicking critters. I love those little dragons that she made. I love that idea. So I actually started following that page on Instagram to maybe kind of find out more about what they do, and maybe if I had some time, make some critters to donate. We'll see. In all my copious free time, I dream big, right? My dad always told me to dream big, because what do you got to lose? So, it was a good day. I was visiting with my friend Carol on the way home in the car, and I read an article today that my friend Byron posted about this woman who wrote a piece that got published in The Guardian about what it was like to be a single mom and be on welfare benefits and be working as a maid and putting herself through college, and the prejudices that people vocalized in her presence because they didn't think she was on food stamps or on welfare assistance or anything like that. And she said, you know, somebody complained about someone who had food stamps buying potato chips. And I understand that there's abuses to the system, but she said, you know, my kids wanted some potato chips for their lunch. Are my kids worthy or less worthy of a treat than someone else's kids just because I'm having to bust my hiney to make ends meet? And I remember when I was little, you know, we grew up incredibly poor, and I remember when I was 6, I brought home a free and reduced lunch eligibility form to my dad. My dad yelled and screamed at me because it offended him, you know, and he was a proud man, and it offended him, and I didn't understand what I had done wrong. You know, it really upset me because I thought I had done something terrible, and all I had done was bring this piece of paper home. You know, and I mean, my mom did the best she could, but we lived on her salary because my dad didn't work, you know, and my mom drove the school bus and was the teacher's aide, and we lived on $800 a month, you know, and thankfully, you know, my grandparents provided us a place to live and a vehicle to drive. But, you know, the reason my mom drove the bus is so she would have a way to get to her job as a teacher's aide. You know, and I mean, I don't know. That article profoundly affected me as I was reading it, because I thought about, you should never have to apologize for wanting your kids to have potato chips in their lunch if that's what they want. You know, I understand that there's people who cheat the system. I see it here where I live. But there's also a lot of people who are trying to make their lives better and are trying really hard. So I'm going to try to be more mindful when I speak from now on, or when I stay silent, when I don't speak, when I should, about things, because no one deserves to feel like that. No one deserves to feel like their children are not worthy of the same things that other people's children are worthy of. Anyway, I hope you've had a good day. Had a really good day here, and I'm gonna probably call it a night tonight. Me and the dogs are all piled up here in the bed, and we're gonna watch some Netflix. So Willie is telling Smiley that she can't sit on my lap too, because he's a jealous thing. And so we're gonna, no one gets to share the co-hosting spotlight with Willie. Anyway, so we're gonna call it a night here, and I hope that y'all have had a wonderful day. And I thank y'all for watching me. And until I see y'all again, oops, y'all be good to each other and take care of each other, y'all. And peace out. Bye.